6 weeks, 7 groundbreaking stories.
We see a huge police presence after witnesses tell Channel 9 there was an officer-involved shooting.
Police say he was armed and officers were threatened. The victim's family members claim he had a book in his hand.
He had no gun. He didn't have no gun. When does a book equal a gun?
Huge protests happening right now in a North Charlotte neighborhood.
Now, these protests have really intensified over the past hour.
There are more than 100 people on the streets right now. Protesters are pushing the heads up, Calvin, heads up, caught a water bottle.
We've seen sporadically police firing. It's top left of your screen. You see it right there? That's tear gas.
This is not a good scene here where they're actually damaging this police vehicle.
Just a few minutes ago in the newsroom, we heard a loud bang, and we have a security expert who is with our reporter in the field.
We were interviewing somebody as this protest unfolded, and sure enough, as they pushed into the street, we witnessed the shooting from about 50 feet away.
Shot fired.
Breaking news in Richmond County. 4 people are dead after this catastrophic bus crash.
It's a really active scene here. We're told it will be like this for several more hours.
That little boy is only 9 years old. He wasn't seriously injured, but obviously very emotional tonight.
Overnight, SWAT teams in Rhode Island arrested the man accused of shooting and killing Shelby police officer Tim Brackeen.
We're going to be bringing you live coverage of Officer Brackeen's funeral.
There are hundreds of people here, his family members, his friends, the entire Shelby community. So many people have been touched by his death, and they have gathered here this afternoon to say their final goodbyes.
Former Charlotte Mayor Patrick Cannon will be released from a West Virginia prison today.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak.
We have crews from Ballantyne to Morgantown, West Virginia.
We're on hour 15 of coverage. We've been monitoring all of the activity in and out of this federal prison.
Breaking right now, an unprecedented move by the NCAA. 7 different championship games pulled from North Carolina because of HB2.
The Atlantic Coast Conference is also pulling 10 conference championship games.
Moving out.
The Southern Conference is considering moving 3 of its championships out of North Carolina.
The CIAA says it will immediately move the majority of its championship events out of North Carolina because of HB2.
5 years of searching for Erica Parsons comes to an emotional end.
It just breaks my heart.
Her body discovered in a shallow grave hours from her home.
And the devil came out and showed them where she was.
In fact, the sheriff said you couldn't even accidentally discover these remains. He says that only someone who knew exactly where they were could have found them back here in these woods. And of course, investigators believe Sandy Parsons knew where his adopted daughter was all along.
Right now we are getting a big-time squall from one of these rain bands. I want to show you just how hard this rain is coming in. I can't look in one direction just because the wind coming through that horizontal rain.
We now have an official landfall on Hurricane Matthew, McClellanville, South Carolina.
I can kind of see the pier right there. There goes my hat.
This radar image gives you an idea of just how massive and powerful this storm is.
A wind gust between 40 and 50 miles per hour.
You had to find a new place to stay last night. You were evacuated from Bertil, what, about 30 miles south?
We've been watching the wind right out here now. You can see and you can hear that.
We're likely to see those conditions get much worse here.
We're being evacuated again. They're going to shut down this pier.
You can see where the bright colors are in South Carolina.
The heart of Matthew over us right now. I got to show you these waves. This is about a 10-foot wave coming through. It's past the pier now.
We're live on Folly Beach. We're live in Rifle Beach.
We're live in Myrtle Beach. Meteorologist John Aaron, Channel 9 with his news.